just hit 11 minutes ago. New Caledonia, 7.3 mega earthquake, only 25 kilometers deep. Serious concerns of a major tsunami situation. Matter of fact, as you guys know, and I reported it early this morning as I was driving to church this morning, Sister Heidi called me on the phone and she said, hey, there's been a 6.9 earthquake just hit in New Caledonia. Now, since then, New Caledonia, the U.S. Geological Survey downgraded that one to 6.6. But listen to this. Since 10:20 this morning, after the 6.6 earthquake in New Caledonia, there's been a 5.9 in New Caledonia, a 4.8, a 5.3, a 5.3, a 4.8, a 4.8, a 4.7, all in New Caledonia, plus other places. Japan, Ecuador, other places haven't quaked, Indonesia. And now, boom, here it is. Quake just hit at about 5:45 p.m. Eastern. So you're talking about a 7-hour difference and another major quake. Now this one big, and it's 25 kilometers. It's 7.3, 25 kilometers deep, 7.3. There is tsunami warnings on this one, and let me see if we can get a quick update because they may know where the waves are going. It takes some time sometimes. Give me 1 second here. 7.3. Man, I tell you, this one's huge. Very shallow. And they are concerned. Okay, let's just check this here. Big one. Yeah, big one. I'm going to see if we can find out if there is a tsunami on this one. 16 minutes ago, 7.3. It's in Tadine, New Caledonia, and it's only 25 kilometers deep. We're checking the tsunamis now. They originally said suspected tsunami. It is a tsunami threat. As I said, there's definitely a tsunami threat for the location of the Loyalty Islands since they happen to be right there. There is a tsunami threat in effect. Now, we're still waiting to see if a tsunami has been spotted. The buoys are going off. The question is, if so, how high? And how big of a tsunami could this be? It's they're tracking as hard as they can right now. I need you to pray because this could be very, very, very serious in the surrounding areas. Also, you got to worry about Australia. You got to worry about New Zealand. They're definitely real close to where New Caledonia is. Also, a wave could go headed toward Japan very easily. Certainly Indonesia, the Philippines, that part of the world could certainly get whacked with one of these. But really, initially, it's got to be New Zealand and Australia. And all the little islands that's around New Caledonia. So we're watching this close. It's a huge quake. I'll be live in about an hour at 7 p.m. Eastern. We need to watch this because it's extremely dangerous now. Tsunami threat in effect. Jesus said we would see these days, and they're here. Earthquakes in diverse places, and they would be big ones, even be major quakes. And that's what this is. A mega 7.3. Only, now they're saying, only 25 kilometers deep, only 16 miles deep. Tsunami threat in effect. I'll be back with more in just a moment.
Because there's been a 7.3 earthquake off New Caledonia, which is right over there by Australia. And so I just wanted to get this video out as quickly as possible so the people in Australia would know that there is a tsunami threat currently, I don't know, the earthquake happened like 10 minutes ago. And so, hopefully, there won't be any tsunami. But it's always best to plan for the worst and hope for the best. So, we have had quite an active earthquake season in the last 2 weeks. I'm in a bad mood today. I guess it's because all this energy's coming in or whatever. And things have been generally crappy all year long. You know? Okay. So, let me check this real quick. To the last 7 days, these are all earthquakes over 4.5. And there have been 127 earthquakes over 4.5 in the last 7 days. And the one thing about this earthquake is it's at one of the seams of the Ring of Fire. See what I'm saying? And to make it weirdly enough, you better tap out right now if you don't want to hear me talk about weird doomy stuff, because just yesterday, the sun was saying, wave from hell. Monster tsunami could wipe out Australia's east coast and kill 6.5 million in hours. So, we got a bad situation. And I found a list. I don't know where it is right now. But there's like a record number of billion-dollar disasters that have happened in the world this year. That we have been undergoing severe sun changes, severe earth weather changes. The core has been going crazy. We've been having a lot of earthquake stuff. So it's a pretty scary time. It's a pretty interesting time. Now, I have no fear, but we should be getting ready. But it seems like the more we should be waking up, the less people are. I guess people are waking up, but the majority are being so distracted by the media. Like they have a brand new divide and conquer story set to steal your attention every 1.3 days now. And so, I don't know, man. The body counts are getting pretty high as far as floods and damage totals. And some body counts you won't even get accurate counts from. For example, like Puerto Rico, maybe a year before we know. And you know, there's no telling what state society's going to be in then. So, I just want to let y'all know that, man, it's been popping off as far as earthquakes go. Now, I do recommend the best earthquake guys I know are Dutch Sense. Guy does a fantastic job. And Suspicious Observers. So, they are my go-to guys when it comes to earthquake information. And usually can predict where and almost when we will see the major earthquakes. They've been doing a pretty impressive job now. You know, in a normal society where you got credit for doing amazing scientific stuff, it would be household names. But in our society where, you know, we're going to talk about Roy Moore or damn Al Franken for 4 months straight. And the only thing science is going to say is climate change, climate change, climate change, human caused climate change, climate change, climate change. It's like the only thing it ever says. It's not even a real sentence, man. You're not even proposing a solution. You're just going climate change, climate change, climate change. You cause climate change. Sorry, did I mention I was in a bad mood? All right, so what do we got going on here? This is where we're looking at. I'm just going to look at the mean sea level pressure real quick. Yeah. I was behind where the earthquake happened. But overall, I know I've been documenting the mean sea level pressure situation on my channel. Oh my God, that is scary looking. And remember, if the whole map turns blue, we all die. Happy Thanksgiving. So, yeah, crazy situation. For sure. That is where either the core of Earth or outer space presses on our atmosphere. So there you go. Another big earthquake, 7.3. Let me go back over real quick. Did I click off like a dipshit? Way to go, dipshit, I said to myself. I don't want to go there, I don't want to go there. Worst Thor news video ever. I'm glad I got that in 4 days before my 5-year anniversary. Sweet. All right. There we go. So look, it's the last 7 days. We've got a 7. A 6.6 in New Caledonia. So that spot is active. We don't even know. These could be foreshocks. You never know until after the big one. So definitely Australia, I would stay on high alert. And super thank you to Discover Ministries. You guys are awesome and I appreciate it. Keep up the good work. And I'm going to try and work on a fun video, if y'all don't mind. Okay, peace out. Y'all have a great day. 6.5 Costa Rica. Yeah, dude, this is the last week. It's off the hook, man. Oh, and, well, let's get a little bonusy. You want some bonusy? You'll get some bonusy, baby. Yeah, we just had this right here is the solar hole. The coronal hole. I'm sorry. Solar hole sounds funny. And so we're getting the solar wind now. See, this is turned away, but the wind should be hitting Earth. So, whereas science just like to say, all this weirdness upon the Earth is caused by human farts and cow farts in your car. Man, like you shouldn't have drove your car to work to pay for life. You should have rode bicycles or whatever. Man, see, I'm still trying to get back in the swing of things. But actually, and the whole point, like 5 years for Thor News, I'm like, dude, the sun drives everything. They've been like, shut up, crazy man. I literally had a scientist say it was crazy for me to suggest that the sun was the main driver of weather. But he drives a way better car than I do, though. Okay, peace out. I'll stay cool.
Thank you for joining me. There's been several earthquakes off of New Caledonia. The first one being a 7.2. It was shallow, only 10 kilometers in depth, or just over 6 miles in depth. It was right along the South New Hebrides Trench. There is no tsunami warnings or watches right now. I know already there's people already posting that there is a tsunami warning, but there isn't. Then just 12 minutes later, there was a 5.4 earthquake. Same depth and same location. And then 4 minutes later, there was a 5.2, the same area. And just before this, you could say it was probably a foreshock. There was a 4.8 on the Solomon Islands. It was shallow, 3.5 kilometers in depth, or just a little bit deeper than 2 miles. Those that follow my blogs, remember, I tell you, any earthquake has a 5% chance of being a foreshock for something much larger. It may be just a matter of hours. It may be days, weeks, or even a year later. But they still have the potential of being a foreshock for something much larger. As you can see here, this is off the coast of Australia. They have a magnitude 3.3 today near Muswell Brook, and for some reason, because of lack of data, they can't say how deep it was or anything like that. That was at 5:44 Universal Time, and it looks like 8:44 Australian time. Australia is gauging this earthquake at a 7.3, not a 7.2 like USGS is. USGS often downgrades these earthquakes. Up in the northwest, there was a 5.2 earlier today. That was Nicobar Islands, India. That was at 10:55 Universal Time, or 10:36 Australian time, it looks like. And besides being a foreshock, an earthquake of, something much larger, these earthquakes can also trigger other earthquakes to happen in other locations. Alright, put your thoughts and comments down below. Bookmark my site. I'll keep you up to date. Please stay safe. And I will talk to you later. God bless you. Bye.